Back with more Buffy. This is episode 19 of season 2. Getting very close to the end of the season now. Kind of nuts. But yeah, last episode. Creepy as fuck. We had the hospital setting. We had the children getting attacked by the Kinder Egg. Oh god, I hate that guy so much. He was so creepy. And when the things came out of his eyes, no. Good episode, very good episode. But my god, that thing creeped me out. But yeah, I'm loving the show, as always. Loving this season. Can't wait to see where we're going to go with the story as we're building up to the end of the season. There's a 2-part finale, I believe. So I feel like this episode and the next one might be kind of, I don't want to say filler, maybe like one-shot episodes. Kind of in the same vein as like last one. Maybe like a Monster of the Week kind of thing. Or it's just more kind of build up, because obviously they did incorporate Angel or Angelus in the last episode. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with it, what this episode is going to be about, who we're going to focus on. I feel like we haven't seen Oz for ages, so I want to see Oz. I hope he's in this one. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen next, so let's get into it. Look at her jumper.
I'm gonna stop by the library.
Can she get any more lovable? I don't think it's possible.
You've been doing that a lot.
Give me the pop vinyls, give me the action figures, any outfit I will buy Willow.
I play.
Simple.
I have big.
Jesus Christ, man.
Love is forever.
No, it's bloody not. Calm down. Jeez.
I'm not afraid to use it. I swear.
I won't hesitate, bitch.
Oh my. I don't see any gun.
What? Right. Is it a ghost?
And primary number cluster's a big hoot.
Aww. Like a duck to water, the genius. Oh.
I did the joke thing.
Yes.
They need to find that disc thing that fell.
She told me it was a rose quartz, and it has healing powers. I thought she'd want you to have it.
Oh, my cinnamon roll. It's this piece of music gets me every time.
That's very thoughtful of you.
Well, she is a cinnamon roll. That's what they do. Is this in the past?
Thank you, James.
It's honest.
Yes,
Bad.
it's based on a...
Something weird is going on. Isn't that our school motto?
Pretty much.
Every episode could be called that.
It's like home on what you mean.
What the hell?
And if we can find out who the spirit is, or was.
If it's Jenny, I swear to Jesus, I'm done. I don't think it is.
Will that help? Is that what you have to hear?
That's what they said before.
I don't.
So did the boy in the flashback shoot the teacher in the flashback? Yep. It's gone. What the hell?
It's Jenny.
What?
You think she's the ghost?
But don't you see? She died here under tragic circumstances, and now she's trapped.
But
Oh.
what about the gun? I mean, Angel didn't shoot
I don't think it is it?
The gun is
It's just Giles holding on
the
to it.
violence of the thing.
What do we know?
Dog's spit is cleaner than human.
Besides that? Oh boy, we know plenty.
Is that
It
true?
says a student murdered...
Your dreams are getting wicked accurate, Buff. You wouldn't happen to see me coming across some big cash or possibly knowing the love of a woman in a full body sense?
He couldn't make her love him, so he killed her. Sicko.
He killed a person and killed himself. Those are pretty much two of the dumbest things you could do.
I know, but don't you feel kind of bad for them? Sure, I feel lousy. For her. He's
I
a
wouldn't
murderer
agree
and he
with
should pay for it.
that standpoint on suicide, but
No,
okay.
he should be just...
Who's hungry?
I certainly am. What a mood. Oh, that was good actually. What the fuck? Oh look, it's all the friends I don't talk to anymore. I'm okay with snakes. I really like snakes. Spiders can die in a hole.
Why didn't you just kill me?
Aw, Xander's stroking her hand.
Pranks? You're on hell now. Sooner or later, the people are going to figure that out.
City Council was told that you can handle this job. If you feel that you can't, perhaps you'd like to take that up.
So he knows
With the mayor.
literally everything.
Sorry, I didn't have a lot of time. I had to use sulfur. Stinky, but effective. Okay, let's do this.
Oh. I love where they're like practicing all this kind of
This would
stuff.
be a piece of cake.
Oh, I'm certainly liking this plan.
Fortunately, nobody cares what you like, mate.
Oh, yeah? What, with you being special needs, boy? I figure I should stick close to home.
Oh my god.
You and Drew can always use another pair of hands.
This is odd. Oh, Spike. I feel bad. He's gonna get out of that wheelchair and kick his ass one day. Or just run him over.
Do you sulfur?
Yeah.
That's clever.
Wholesome
There
content.
may be some...
I can't see anyone but you. Dum dum dum. I've had it with these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking school. Can you not? Oh god. Ooh. Ah. Leave her alone, you bastards. Oh, go away.
Jenny could never be this mean.
It's true.
I know.
Oh.
It's not her, is it?
I'm sorry. Oh, God. Oh.
She probably found her peace because she'd made amends to Giles before she died. Hello. Oh god, a cloud. Oh, that's not a cloud.
Hey, if Sunnydale High School shuts down forever, do we automatically graduate?
But why? What does he want? Actually, that's an interesting point.
He's trying to resolve...
No matter why he did what he did, and no matter if he knows now that it was wrong and selfish and stupid, it is just something he's gonna have to live with.
She wouldn't have that point of view
He can't live with it, Buff.
before Angel.
He's dead.
Damn, good point.
Fun fact about wasps.
Oh,
They have no
god.
taste for the undead. I just want you to be able to have some kind of normal life. We can never have that, don't you see?
Ah,
give a damn
I
about a
like
normal
they've switched
life.
it.
I'm going crazy not seeing you.
Oh, I love that.
A person doesn't just wake up and stop loving somebody.
Oh, this editing's so good.
Love is forever.
Don't look away from me, bitch!
Stop it! Stop it! Don't make me feel like I'm so stupid!
Oh my god. We're gonna need a wheelchair for Angelus. He could play like Dodgems with Spike, that'd be great.
I can't see anyone but you.
This is really sad.
I loved you with my last breath.
Oh, these parallels are killing me.
No more tears.
So is it because he's a vampire, like the ghost of her survived this time? I mean, glorifying that kind of relationship aside, it's kind of sweet. And his spirit is free. Nope. Oh boy, he's still in there. Hopefully. Once they find that bloody floppy disk thing.
I guess I was the one he could relate to.
Yes. That was going to be my comments in the afterthoughts.
Part of me just doesn't understand why she would forgive him.
Does it matter?
No. I guess not.
Nothing really matters.
Try to have fun without me.
Oh, I can't wait for Spike to get out of that chair. He can walk again. Here we fucking go. He's fucking back, bitch.
Sooner than you think.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, so no Oz. Sad. But that was a really, really good episode. I really liked it. We kind of had, like, a monster of the week, villain of the week, whatever, but the way he was used was kind of advancing the plot loads, which I loved. I liked kind of the themes of love and forgiveness that kind of ran throughout the whole thing, mainly with James, and the parallels between him and Buffy, which I think was probably the strongest aspect of the episode. Very well written in that respect. I really loved how they kind of did a reflection with Buffy and James. And I think Buffy was getting so angry at James and saying that he didn't deserve to be forgiven because she saw herself in him. Because I think she blames, Jenny's death. She blames herself for that. She blames herself for everything that's happened since Angel became Angelus again. And I think she feels like she shouldn't be forgiven, so why the hell should James get that chance? And I think that's why she was kind of getting angry, because she could relate to him, just in the same way James related to her, and that's why he kind of chose her. And I loved all that parallel. I think that worked so well. And the parallels between Buffy and Angel, and James and the teacher lady. And that scene where it kind of all came together at the end with those two, like, cutting back and forth. I really loved that. And how I assume it was because Angel could, like, survive a gunshot or something, which meant that he could be there to, like, stop Buffy killing herself, and then that could, like, reunite the spirits and free James and stuff. I'm assuming that's kind of how that's why that played out the way it did this time. But I really loved that whole solution. I thought that was really cleverly done. And yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the glorifying of a student and teacher relationship. But I can see where they were going with it. Because I suppose if you want to talk about that, there's an age gap there. There's probably a bit of a bigger age gap with Buffy and Angel. So I don't know, you could argue it loads of different ways, I suppose. But I really liked the parallels with that. I thought they were really nicely done. Really strong, powerful message that I really loved. So there were kind of a few other moments like that kind of irked me. Like when, I know it's, different times and all that, but Xander saying, well, he kept making comments again, like, did Buffy have dreams of him touching a woman or something? Like, Xander, stop talking. Even though I'm kind of a Xander defender a lot of the time. But his comment about people killing themselves is like the stupidest thing you could do. I know it's a different time. I know views have changed. And I'm sure lots of people still have that view. Personally, I don't. But yeah, for many different reasons. But that kind of personally irked me. But I don't think I really hold it against Xander, because I feel like that is kind of a view that people have, unfortunately. But the way I see that is people are that desperate, and I just think it's tragic that people take their own lives in different ways. I mean, I think there could be circumstances where it's a coward's way out, in terms of, like, I don't know, sex offenders or something, you know, who don't want to go to prison. Stuff like that, you know, that's a very different kind of thing. But there's like a documentary on this year, I think, about, I think he was like 17, 18 years old or something, in the UK, and he got into some kind of debt, some kind of trouble, I think, and some debt collectors came to his door and stuff and kind of gave him a warning, and then his mum came home to find him hanging in his bedroom, and I'm gonna cry. I just think it's so awful. But that's just one throwaway line in this episode. I mean, it's not really a throwaway line to me, but I have a bit of a problem with that. But I don't want to say I can understand that point of view, because I really don't. But I acknowledge that people can have that, even if I disagree with that point of view, because I don't think, to people who consider suicide, I don't think it's stupid to them. So who is anyone else to judge, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's move on from that topic, because that's a whole can of worms I don't want to really get into. But yeah, I liked the ghostly aspects of it. When things started getting really creepy, when Willow get like sucked into the floor, and we had that hand coming out of the locker to grab Xander, and Cordelia had like a mark appear on her face, and there's like that decomposing guy shouting at Buffy. That was creepy as fuck. He can go away. There's some really like kind of creepy moments that I really liked that once I read it got really creepy. And, I mean, like the wasps or bees or whatever around the school was kind of a bit ridiculous. But yeah, interesting anyway. And I did like how that aspect of ghostliness with like the wasps or whatever surrounding the school didn't affect Angel when he got through them and everything. Or Angelus, I should say. But he was still then affected by and drawn into like the storyline, if you will, of James. So he's talking about, you know, they don't really have a problem with me, with the undead and stuff, but he still got roped into that. I found that quite interesting. I don't really know what I'm trying to say with that point, but I found it interesting that he was kind of affected by the overall thing with James, but not some other aspects. What else? I really loved, well, I always really loved Willow, but I love her kind of really getting involved in stuff and like doing these research about pagan rituals and stuff, and making those bracelets or necklaces and whatever, giving that necklace of Jenny's to Giles. I love that she's really getting involved in that stuff and getting quite active in it. So I hope we see a bit more of that kind of thing, people getting actively interested, because it feels like Willow's taking on like a new hobby almost. So I really liked that aspect of things. I just found that absolutely adorable, just like Willow herself. And yeah, I mentioned I really liked the way Angelus was used in this episode, and how he was clearly affected by the events at the end of the episode as well. Hopefully kind of foreshadowing that Angel is still there somewhere. And again, seeing like Drusilla and Spike, and that ending with Spike being like, boom, I'm okay, I'm better. Very interesting. I can't wait because he has been in that wheelchair for the longest bloody time. So it's nice that he's kind of seems to be quite, well, basically healed. So he can fight back against Angelus, because I'm sure that's coming, and I am here for it. I can't wait to see what Spike's going to do next. Because that Spike that I really like, that charismatic Spike, we haven't had for like half a season now. Because I think it was like episode 9 or 10 that he got put in that wheelchair. So it's been a while. So I'm excited to see what Spike's going to do next, because I really like his character, so I'm excited for that. And to see where they are going with this whole kind of love triangle, if you will, with Angelus, Drew and Spike. So I'm excited about that. And everything with Snyder, he knows about like the Hellmouth and everything. I'm interested in seeing what his deal was, because they were like talking to like that guy, and you said you could handle this job and everything. So he clearly knew what he was getting into when he took the principal job. So there's a lot more to him than meets the eye, which I'm very excited to find out a bit more about, and just seeing what Snyder's deal is. So that was really cool, getting more hints of that. Because we had seen hints of that before, that he was, you know, he knew more than he was letting on. Which kind of makes his vendetta against Buffy even more interesting. So I wonder if he really knows just to what extent Buffy is involved in like the Hellmouth and everything. So that's cool. I'm excited to see that storyline go somewhere. And it was so bittersweet, really, and heartbreaking. The whole thing with Giles thinking it was Jenny's ghost at first. And kind of holding on to this belief that he could still contact her somehow. And I liked how that kind of played into the idea of forgiveness as well, because I feel like they were on their way to making amends, Giles and Jenny, when Jenny was killed, because she was going to like come over to his place and stuff. And I feel like that's why she wouldn't have had her like ghost or anything trapped there, because I think what she wanted more than anything else was for her and Giles to be in a good place, and I think they pretty much were in the end, which is kind of nice. So I mean, that was really heartbreaking, that kind of side of things. But I liked that he kind of accepted that after he'd seen just how terrifying and evil and mean some of the stuff was getting, he knew it wasn't Jenny, because that's just not how she was, and I loved that. Really like heartbreaking kind of subplot, but I really, really appreciate it. Because, you know, it was two lovers who'd been torn apart, and the main story was kind of these two lovers being brought back together. Being brought back together again at the end, with James and his teacher. Still kind of problematic in that sense, but I'll buy into it, I'll accept it for what they were trying to do with it. I think it really worked. So yeah, I really liked this episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, not fun, but enjoyable. Not fun for that poor teacher woman who got killed by the janitor. I wonder what the long-term effects would be. What's going to happen to the janitor and all that. I doubt we'll ever find out, but it's interesting. Yeah. Lots of great stuff going on. I feel like we've got loads of plot advancement in like the overall arc, and we had a really nice kind of self-contained story at the same time. I loved everything the characters were kind of doing. I'm very excited to see where we're going to go with like everything with Spike and Angelus. And I'm loving that we're still, you know, 2 episodes on from Jenny's death. We're still talking about her and mourning her, and I really like that. Because they could have just, you know, gone to episode 18 and said 3 months have gone by and everyone's fine. Even though, you know, I don't think you ever kind of get over losing someone close to you, in my experience. I don't think you're ever the same. It's something, I think grief, you can't get over grief, you get used to it. I think that's kind of what I've taken from it in my experience over the last couple of years. But yeah, I loved this episode. I thought it was really, really great. Lots of cool character stuff, lots of really great writing, and the editing in this episode I thought was really cool as well, switching between the 2 couples. And yeah, so excited for the last 3 episodes of the season. Should be good. And yeah, great episode. Until next time, which I'm sure from what I've heard from you guys, is an episode everyone's looking forward to, because it's the best episode of Buffy ever. Until then, thanks for watching.